Rabbi Shneur Zalman of Liadi, known as the Alter Rebbe, who was the first Rebbe of Chabad some 250 years ago, wrote in his magnum opus, the famous Tanya, that a tzaddik, after he passes away, is present in this physical world even more than when he was alive in a body. It's an amazing, fascinating concept. He draws upon the Zohar and other sources to explain it. He explains it in great detail. He also says that when the Rebbe is, a tzaddik is alive in a body, he is limited. He's in one place. You have to go to him to make a connection. But when his soul is free of the shackles of the body, the soul is beyond time and space, so anyone everywhere can make a connection. So the Rebbe is more present. And while this was always true, I think it's safe to say that it was a concept that was buried in a book for some 250 years since the Alter Rebbe explained it, and even older since it was written in the Zohar, in the Zohar as a concept. In our time, we see how this truth has become tangible. The Lubavitcher Rebbe, whose yahrzeit is this Sunday, the 3rd of Tammuz, the 27th yahrzeit, was a very famous, was probably the greatest leader of the last century, of the last 100 years. And Jews of all walks of life connected to him, came to him. I once calculated, interestingly, the last 6 years, the Rebbe started a custom that he would stand in his office, right outside his office every Sunday, all day, and greet people. Anyone that wanted can come to see him. It's estimated that about 6,000 to 8,000 people filed by on a given Sunday. He would give them a blessing. Some it was a 2-second encounter. Some it was a little longer if they wanted to stop and talk of something. I calculated once that over those 6 years, the Rebbe made had personal encounters with over 1,500,000 Jews, just in those 6 years. It's unprecedented that a tzaddik or any person should have that kind of personal connection to so many people. Even if it was albeit for a second, it doesn't make a difference. They came to him, they wanted his inspiration. But today, after his passing, even more people come by and connect to the Rebbe. It is a phenomenon that it keeps growing. The Rebbe's own empire of shluchim and Chabad houses and institutions worldwide has quadrupled since his passing, or maybe even more. The Rebbe is more present today than he ever was, and he continues to become more and more present, more and more alive in a sense, a spiritual sense, of course. Why am I telling you this? Because as I mentioned, it's the Rebbe's yahrzeit this Sunday. It behooves us to make a connection to the leader of our time, to this Rebbe, to this great tzaddik who loved every single one of us, every single Jew, like the Moses of old in the Torah and the Bible, whose love for the Jewish people was boundless. The Rebbe, in the same way, loved every Jew, and what he did for the Jewish world is also unprecedented. So this Sunday, make a connection. You can either write a letter to the Rebbe if you have a need, you have a problem, or even if you don't have a problem and a pressing need, you just can ask for a blessing that your blessed life should continue. Maybe take a few minutes this Sunday and learn something from the Rebbe's teaching. Go online. You can write if you want to write a letter, you can also do it through the OL. You can send it, email it to the OL. They'll bring it into his resting place and have it placed there and so on. And that connection is enough. You'll be blessed. Because there's the power of this day of Sunday, the 3rd of Tammuz, the Rebbe's passing, the Rebbe's yahrzeit. And it also says in the Zohar that on the day of a tzaddik's yahrzeit, all his life's energy, all his life's accomplishments shine in the world on that day. So who wouldn't want to make a connection on such a day? Follow my advice. I'm going to go to the OL this Sunday, God willing, and I'll pray there. And if you want to send something, email to me. I can take it for you, or you can do it yourself. You don't need to do it through me. But make a connection to this tzaddik. It'll stand you. It'll be good for you. It'll be beneficial to you. And I wish you good Shabbos and all the best to everyone. Shabbat Shalom.